You know, I think we've all done it. You look up at the moon on a clear night and it just feels so familiar, almost ordinary.
Right. It's just there.
But the source material we've been digging into, these articles that call it Earth's impossible satellite, they make it clear we're dealing with a genuine cosmic anomaly. So our mission today is to really unpack that.
And the sources really do force you to challenge that default assumption.
Yeah.
I mean, what's so fascinating is that if we saw this system anywhere else in the galaxy, scientists would immediately flag it. They'd say it's statistically almost impossible.
So let's start there. What's the biggest, most obvious red flag?
It's just way too large for the planet it orbits. I mean, the moon is about a quarter of Earth's diameter.
Wow.
To put that in perspective, the next largest moon-to-planet ratio we have in our solar system is something like 1 to 20.
So we're essentially a double planet.
We essentially are. And that initial size problem, that really just sets the stage for everything else.
Okay, so beyond just the sheer size of it, the physical anomalies go even deeper.
Yeah, right. They do, a lot deeper. We start looking at what it's made of, and the sources point to this significant density mismatch.
A density mismatch, meaning what exactly?
It doesn't have enough heavy elements, like iron, for it to have formed at the same time and in the same place as Earth.
So that whole idea of them forming together as sister planets is just out.
It really complicates that model. And then you have the rotation, that perfectly synchronized spin that means we only ever see one side of it.
Which is just so strange to think about. Every human who's ever lived has seen that same face.
That same face. It all adds to the mystery.
So we have this massive, chemically strange neighbor that is also, and this is key, a biological necessity for us. The sources were incredibly clear about this.
This is the core of it, really, the stabilization.
Right.
The moon's mass at its specific distance, it gives this perfect stabilizing effect on Earth's tilt. Without it, our planet's axis would just swing wildly.
And our climate would go into chaos.
Complete chaos. You'd wobble between, like, no seasons at all, just giant ice caps, and an extreme tilt where life, as we know it, would be impossible.
And yet, for something so absolutely critical to our existence, the main scientific explanation for how it got here, it still has some major problems.
It does. The giant impact hypothesis, the idea that a Mars-sized object hit the early Earth,
Yeah.
it's the best theory we have, but even NASA admits there are gaps they can't close.
What kind of gaps are we talking about?
Well, the physics gets messy. First, the angular momentum of the whole system, the spin, it doesn't resolve cleanly. The math just doesn't add up.
Okay.
And then the chemistry doesn't quite align either. The moon and Earth are almost too similar in composition to be the result of a glancing blow from some foreign object. It's a real puzzle.
It sounds like an incredibly complex problem with all this data sort of fighting itself.
That's a good way to put it.
And speaking of handling complexity, this seems like a good time to mention our sponsor. This deep dive is sponsored by Embersilk. If you need help uncovering where agents could make the most impact for your business or personal life, or need help with AI training, automation, or software development, check out embersilk.com for AI needs.
And when you think about that complexity, it's really no surprise that ancient cultures built entire societies around the moon.
Of course, their calendars, their temples, their origin stories.
They understood its influence intuitively. The sources we looked at call it the most improbable object in our entire sky. It captivated us then, and it still does.
So if we pull this all together, what's the main takeaway here? We have the statistical impossibility that is also a biological necessity with a creation story that still defies our best models.
I think the central finding is that the stability required for life on Earth is owed entirely to this massive, improbable neighbor, a neighbor that scientifically we still can't fully explain.
Which could be seen as a problem, but it's also kind of inspiring.
That's the thing. These unresolved puzzles are an engine for progress. The fact that the Earth-Moon system is still such a profound mystery that just drives human curiosity forward. It pushes us to invent new tools and new ways of thinking. That anomaly is what keeps us looking up.
If you enjoyed this deep dive, please subscribe to the show. Hey, leave us a 5-star review if you can. It really does help get the word out. Thanks for tuning in.